picked you up when you fell into me. I told you not to cry and held you close to me.
Do not shit where you live. Yeah, I like that better. 1, we can help you. 2, we can allow you to help yourself. And 3, we can have you replaced.
Hey! See, I really been popping my shit on the...
As a run photographer, I have 5 things I do to prepare for a run event, marathon, whether it be off season, in season, and even shakeout events. The first one is lace up. When you lace up and run, I believe you should always participate in the sports that you shoot. The sport would be soccer, baseball, and you should participate in that space because I think it gives you a perspective on what a player like yourself or participant or an athlete would want as an image or an angle that you haven't got to think of if you were an outsider trying to photograph things like that. So lace up, that also makes you compete in races. For myself, I have a coach. Shout out to Reed Coolset. I do train towards races in the season, and for myself, the way I approach it is that I have the opportunity to run virtual races, sometimes races that I'm not privy to shoot. I'm able to participate in those, but most weekends during the busy season, I'm not able to race, then actually photograph a race. Sometimes races are on Sunday, and then Saturday is when I'm able to. You want to scout out a route. Now, the best way to scout it is on the route. So what you may have to do is actually run that route yourself, whether it be a 5K that's coming up, and you have the opportunity, you have the access, you're able to then go out and run that route, so you could see where some of the nice backdrops are, where potential spots that would make it the race itself more lively through imagery. And there is an opportunity for you yourself to get that training in. Most times when I'm covering a race, I'm on a bike, so I'm doing intervals on a bike, so I still get to get a workout in, if just to get a sweat in at least. So that's why it's good for me to lace up myself in order to be fit enough to keep up with the day interactions. The other bit would be shot list. Make sure you have a shot list in mind, and shot list would have been you do like a close-up in a medium and a wide just to show the space, and a medium would have been like doing something like a portrait. A close-up would have been the logo of the day, whether it be you're covering a shoe run event, and I just did one for So Fun Run Crew, and Dana and Eddie runs that crew. The idea there was the prep work. The prep work was, Dana and Eddie created the route, and I was able to then, do street views, use things that are interactive to me when I don't have access to that space. So I live in Hamilton. That happens in Toronto, was the route. And we just went to this new park. It's so beautiful there. And it like street views and don't do justice because it's a new park. But we were able to kind of plan ahead on where we're gonna stop, where I will be at that time. And for myself, I'm not just chasing, trying to figure out like on the spot, like what should I shoot. I may have key ideas in where I want to shoot and what I want to shoot and how I want to shoot it, but in reality, when you're there, the game might change. You might run on the opposite side of the road, I'm thinking. So sometimes I have to cue that up. It's like, hey, let's just get over this side, kind of create the thing or the idea or the feeling or the shot list you had in mind in order to achieve some of the looks that you planned. And even if you're not planning any looks, there's missed opportunity, but you still take the shot because you could always go back in post and see if it's something that you could salvage from that image. So shoot as much as possible, as I think is as a tip. You did the shot list. Now the other bit would have been the gear. So I think having too much gear in a fast moving, fast paced kind of thing will always work against you, whether you're fiddling with a flash with an extra battery plus those things obviously would distract you from something that's happening in front of you. You want to always kind of be focused on what's anticipating a moment, but 9 times out of 10 my camera is pretty much on the same setting throughout the run. If it's a static photo, may not need to shoot as fast, 1/650th, or if it's motion, no, I want to bump that up, but then I don't want to make it too dark. So I'm following that exposure triangle for some folks that already know about photography, and just what am I gonna get out of that? The other bit would have been if I had my own gear that aren't equipped for me to jump off a bike and just run ahead a little bit. I want to make sure that the things around me that's not going to bounce around and pop off or drop and break. It's such a jarring experience if you've had equipment that falls while something's happening. People, pretty much stop in their track that want to help you. I don't think I had that yet, but I've had a situation where Graham and I were shooting waterfront marathon, and I had a chest rig and all this stuff, and the camera just jumped off the chest rig. Thank God I caught it before it, but it was just like the race didn't even start yet. But that was an example of having just too much moving parts. Usually now I have a hand strap with the camera and being able to slim it down, because I'm gonna get when I get on that day. I can't get a telephoto plus a wide angle lens with one camera. I usually just rock out with one camera. One camera seems to do it for me. There are when we shoot marathons and stuff, you want to have both for moments that are just like quick on the draw kind of thing. You've probably seen my around the bay. And then my fifth point there is you fuel, hydrate, however you do to prepare yourself for race and running in athletic ability. You should prepare yourself to be hydrated, to be well fed, and being able to, because you're gonna sweat that day, you're gonna do a similar effort in some instances, so you don't want to be drained. So I think it's important you still have the electrolyte. It's important that again you run yourself so that you're fit on enough to participate or on that day. And that's just throughout, even when off season, as I mentioned, you can't play catch up when it's on season. And then when you start seeing that you're limited to not be in the mix of folks that are just at their best, you really now have to think of alternatives, whether you start going electric scooter, be motorized, or you're popping to different spots in a vehicle. And those are all still legitimate ways of getting around. There's no one rule to just how you need to get into space, but as I said, having less gear. So no, I'm not concerned about a vehicle being parked in the wrong spot to get to a spot. It's like I'm on a bike, so I could always lean a bike up or lay it down, city bike, and mostly just to make sure that I'm not damaging someone's bike and also not damaging my my bike as well. But yeah, so it's important not to do that. Yeah, so those are my 5 kind of things that I go for to make sure that I'm able to spend enough time enjoying what I do, but not being winded when I get to a location because I had to work so much more to shoot. You know, I'm sweating or, you know, trying to catch my breath, and the shot, I might miss the shot, right? Because I want to be in front of folks. I just got to do Riot Relay. Riot Relay is this awesome, you know, event that you sign up for once a year, where a team of 6 to 8, I believe, you get to run from Toronto to Blue Mountain, and that's just hanging out with friends overnight. So you start at 10 p.m., which is the worst time for photography. For, you know, you're almost doing astrophotography at that point, because there's no light, you know, on different parts of once you leave the city and you start going towards Brampton, and then getting up into the mountains. Now, it's the experience. I'm happy to say that I got to shoot with Graham again, which is like, his work's amazing. I'm always inspired by this guy's work, and a lot of other friends that I shoot with as well. But like, it's so important to have someone that's like down for anything, and also just, oh yeah, decisions made, next thing, you know, oh, you're driving, I'm driving, oh, I want to be able to get this person out the window when this is happening. And it's just like kind of the gaps that you haven't thought of, that person kind of fills in the gap. And I feel like you should collaborate all the time and work with folks all the time. Not that it would stunt or make you grow. There are nuances there that you're not even thinking of, that person might be thinking of. So it's never an ego thing. It's always rooted in just wanting to do the best type of work that we're able to do and able to create. And when you're inspired by someone's work, I feel like you should just lean into that than, you know, be scared away. And I think it's not getting every single tip from that person, or, you know, a buddy of mine said, you know, Richie, that it's your feeling that day that you're gonna get. Even if we could stand beside each other, have the same photography equipment, same gear, same lighting, but he could get something different, and that's his take on it, and I could get something totally different angle, even with my settings, and just what that light brings. And I thought it was so important that he said that to me today, because it's so true. I had to, like, you know, echo that, because it's all gonna be how your mood feels. I could go super clean, and you could go super grainy, and there's life in both of those photos. There's life in that, and it's important to not you know, just reject something right out because that wasn't your feeling at that time. And it's super important. So these are my 5 things that I do to prepare for races, events, even just working with other athletes. One of the cool things is I get to run with some folks and shoot them at the same time. I think that's more natural in terms of what you want to get, but also it takes away that like static feel of like having to pose. It's like, I want to get you moving. That's what we're here for. And if I'm in that pack with the folks that are running and I'm shooting at the same time, that's such a unique perspective for a photographer, not necessarily a runner, because that's what they see when you're running. But when you portray that in photography, I think it's super cool. Be good, and be good to everyone. I'm out.